Hello, everybody. And so today we have with us the two co-founders of a new group here based in Austin, and it's SaaSsy Women in Sales. And we have JoBeth, Hanak, and Courtney Zimmerman. And I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this new group. I joined, I'm part of it. I haven't been to a meeting yet, but I'm part of it. So tell me off a little bit first. Why did you guys start this group?
Oh man, about 1,000 different reasons. It's something that, like we have so many people tell us and be like, this is great. And we're so excited there's finally something like this. But we have 1,000 different reasons. Like for me, it was, I was working at an organization with a bunch of dudes, lovely dudes, love them. But I wanted to work with more women, and I realized they were like, well, start recruiting your friends. And I was like, well, I don't know as many women in the industry. And
Right.
so that started to get me thinking that I just wanted to personally grow my own network. But, whenever we started talking to more women, this is something that everyone was interested in. The events that we've had, like, we always leave just feeling so empowered. And so, it's such a good time. And so we just had a lot of different reasons. Courtney, what else?
Yeah. So I think my biggest is like the mentorship that comes with it. A lot of times in sales, there's not a lot of percentage in them in sales alone, but in management as well. And so if we can be able to have like a mentorship of sales leaders, they're available for women in sales to help them build their careers, because so many people give sales a try, fail once, and then they think it's not for them, but it still could be very well for them. Sales, you fail often and then you succeed.
Right.
And money on it.
And sales is so hard too. Like, I need support, and everyone I know, we all need support so that we can succeed and continue to grow as saleswomen and to, change the industry overall to where there's more diversity.
Well, and that's the reason why, I'm doing the podcast, and I'm so glad that you guys can be on the first season of this, because I really just feel like, there are so few women in sales. I think I read a statistic in Forbes magazine that it was only 20% of sales VPs are women. And that was, I guess, from 2 years ago, but I think it's pretty much the same. And I feel like where we are right now is a place where we need to just kind of demystify what sales is, and that it is a career path for that women can take on and be successful in. So I'm glad that we're aligned that way. I guess then, and before we talk about actually getting into the organization, we're kind of skirting into that area, but how do organizations benefit when there are more women there? What do you guys see?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the biggest thing is with diversity. So when you think about sales floors, when you think about any department floor with diversity, if you don't have diverse people on your floor from different cultures, from different backgrounds,
Right.
etc., you're going to limit yourself to the types of customers you bring in, to the types of products that you bring in, to the type of culture that you bring in there. And so it gives a learning stop and a growth stop if you don't bring in that diversity. And I think that's really important why it is to have women in the sales culture. Also, I think just women in the whole, we're natural nurturers, we're natural consulting, we love to help people. And there's so many women that I met that have been in sales that never thought they would be able to make it, that were like teachers before or counselors before. Right. And then they get into the sales role and their career just takes off because they have that background of being able to consult people and help them along the way. And they do sales through their heart instead of, trying to just go out there and get the next big deal.
Right. But we like your next big deal also.
Yeah. We all want that.
That's right. JoBeth, do you have anything that you wanted to kind of piggyback on with that, or any other thoughts that you had about how organizations benefit from having a more diverse team?
Sure. And especially, for being a woman who's been in sales at sales organizations for a couple of years now, I can speak to whenever there's more women on the sales team, it's more inclusive. I run into like less issues that, because like a lot of companies are like, well, how do I fix this with diversity? How do I fix this? And I find if you just have like a lot more women, then a lot of those problems kind of take care of themselves, because women will let you know whenever something isn't right, with how they're not being included. And so I think it fixes that problem naturally too. And I mean, some of the best sales people that I know are women.
Yeah, for sure.
They're so consultative. They're really good at speaking to people. I think that there's a lot of women out there who could do really well in this field who haven't just even thought about being in sales yet.
Right. So that's another, that might be even another initiative too. And that's really interesting too, about kind of sales and coaching people to come in. Because I think that's one of the things for me that I see is like, you know, in our world right now, it is very hard for a lot of people to get jobs. But if you are a person who can prove that you bring revenue, then it's much easier for you to find a role right now. And I think that teaching, you know, and nurturing that mentorship that you guys were talking about, bringing more women into a place where they you know, can be skilled revenue producers. I think that that's a win all around.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to make sure too, as we, you know, we shift our conversation. I think that, you know, I missed the first one because I had no childcare, and then we were on virtual, and then I'm just blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I want you guys to have great turnouts for these events and have lots of people be part of this. I really feel like this is the next wave of things. This is very important. You know, I guess, what are some of the reasons why somebody would join a group like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I think is it's the support that you get from other women, like being able to have that mentorship. Sales is hard. It can be tough, but it can be very rewarding at the same time. And when you bring people, a group of people, and especially, you know, from different like companies and backgrounds, what you're going to get is you're going to be able to learn new skill sets. You're going to be able to learn new things from people that are like-minded like you. And especially during these crazy times right now, where pretty much everybody in tech sales is work from home.
Right. Exactly.
Stay connected.
Right. So it's a matter of connection. And so what are some of the things that you guys do to help people stay connected?
We're doing a lot of events. Our last one was more geared around networking. We've been, you know, doing like some like intentional networking events, but we're actually even adding in next month a social. Because we found that it was just so nice, just with everything that's going on, just kind of to connect with a group of women. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not around a group of anybody unless it's my sales team. And it's just completely different being around a group of women and being able to talk about things that are relevant, you know, with our careers. And so, you know, definitely, you know, being able to like, you know, to get support from other women during this crazy time, but also to be able to give it. You know, mentorship is like a huge part about what we're wanting to do. And we're also wanting to, you know, reach out and bring people into sales. So we do have some opportunities we're working on with, you know, high school and, you know, college groups to let them know that this is even a thing.
Right.
But we just want people to be able to feel good and get motivated too, because, you know, it can be hard to do that right now whenever you're working from home.
Right.
And you're maybe disconnected from your sales team. And so this gives you an opportunity just to, you know, feel part of a community outside of your job. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but like whenever I was in the office, a lot of my female friends were in other departments. And now I just never see them unless I'm doing like a FaceTime with them after work.
Right.
So this is a very intentional time to be around women and to get support and to also grow leadership, you know, qualities, and to be able to take on mentees and to help other people who are maybe newer.
Right. And help each other find opportunities, you know, hey, you know, this person over here is hiring, or this is a role, you know, hey, you'd be a great fit for this. And so you can kind of share that information and sometimes a protected space. And I think that's one of the things that I think as I continue, at least with this project, with the Saleswitch project, is, you know, why is it important to have protected spaces for women, people who identify as women, feminists of all stripes? Why is it important to kind of carve out that platform? Can't we all just get along? And I think that's something that I'm going to continue to kind of dig into. I think sometimes the way that we communicate and talk through things is different when I remember, at least, you know, I know Courtney from Outbound Engine, and when I started there, I remember going in that sales floor and it was like 40 something people, and I took my big old 40-year-old butt across the sales floor, and like all these sales bro dudes, you know, and like the great boom, 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 and the gong going off, you know. I was like, shit,
loud rap
music. Really brave, you know. So, you know, having a place where women can not have to have that much, you know, I actually got called Wolf of Wall Street on a call the other day. I was like, come on, man, I'm not. But, you know, have that kind of, that very testosterone driven energy. I mean, is that kind of what you guys are?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Cause you make a valid point. And like sales itself, a lot of people that they haven't even been in sales, they have this idea of, that greasy old salesman or that person on the phone just trying to swindle people out of money, like the Wolf of Wall Street type style. And that's not it at all.
No, absolutely not.
It's a career that can change your life. It can change your children's life. It's something that you can find very rewarding. It's something that you can figure out a way to help people and build it on just outside, making the sales.
Right.
So being able to find those opportunities, because honestly, there are companies out in Austin that are like that. Yeah. There's companies that are not like that.
Right.
So, and kind of building that network to be able to help people find the right opportunities that's really supported towards women in that approach, so you don't have to, walk into the crazy, greasy old bro street coffees. You know what I'm talking
about. I know. I remember one guy, he walked around, actually it was like on my second day there, and they're handing out beers, and I was like, could I have a beer? And I won't name names, but he was like, did you close anything today? And I was like, I just started. And he was like, no beer for you. So,
oh my God.
Anyway, just kidding. But that's yeah. I think that's big and off-putting for a lot of women to actually start the career. So I think that it's great for a career path. Now, if somebody wants to actually connect with you guys, where do they go? Where does someone go to learn more, to actually connect? Is there a cost of entry? What do we need to know to actually join up?
So we have a website, and that's kind of like our center for all things. We also have a LinkedIn page. Both of us are pretty accessible over LinkedIn if anyone wants to have any personal conversations, figure out how they can get involved, and we love those. But our website has a lot of information on like what events are coming up, a little bit of information about us. We have an email address,
What's the website?
SaaSsyWomen.com.
SaaSsyWo.
Two A's.
SaaA.
That's like software as service.
Yes. SaaSsy women.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. There we go.
Yeah, and so you can also connect with by LinkedIn and all of that. And I guess when's the next meeting? When's the next meetup or event?
It'll be August 5th. That's going to be the social I was talking about. And so that's going to be more of a little bit more of a free for all, because, our networking events tend to be more structured to make sure you're getting something out of it, of course.
Right.
But, we just wanted to provide a time just to build a community, because, community is what essentially we're trying to be able to build here.
Fantastic. I love that. And I'm 100% supportive, 100% in favor. Well, I guess, I think we're going to probably just kind of close things out. But I guess as we end anything, I first want to tell you have a really adorable dog there. Super cute, half blind dog.
An adorable one too.
I guess, is there anything else that you want our listeners or our viewers to know, or any other kind of takeaways, anything else that you guys want to make sure you communicate?
I guess I forgot to mention it is free. We are not charging anything at this time, and so literally no reason not to join.
Right.
We just want to have as many people as possible to be able to benefit from our services and offering these events.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and when it is safe to, we are going to start doing in-person events again. And we have some great ideas, like we're going to do some themes, like maybe get like professional headshots be able to be done that for, a small price. Things like those are coming down the road. It's just hard to plan those out, but we're still going to keep on doing the virtual events even after, just because we figured out that there's a lot of women around the country that could benefit, that could tune into the virtual events as well.
Yeah, I could see this coming in being chapters, and there's a lot of opportunity because there's a lot of scale needed. So I think it's the right organization and the right community at the right time, and I'm so glad that you guys took the initiative to do it. But I'm gonna go on ahead and close us for tonight. But I appreciate y'all both your time so much for this, and I can't wait to see what comes next with it.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much, and we'll talk soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.